Doechii's Grammy win should have been a moment of pure celebration, but instead, it has sparked a wave of drama, especially with Nicki Minaj fans. It seems like every time a new female rapper gets some recognition, they suddenly start acting like they're in competition with Nicki, even when she hasn't said a single thing about them. And now, Doechii has officially been added to that list. What makes this even messier is that Doechii used to be a huge Nicki fan. When she first popped onto the scene, she made it clear that Nicki was one of her biggest inspirations. Even without her saying it, the influence was obvious. Nicki's Roman alter ego definitely played a major role in shaping Doechii's artistic style and delivery. But things started to shift when Nicki had her falling out with Megan Thee Stallion last year, and Doechii began acting real different. Then came her Grammy win, which only made her even bolder, and now, fans are convinced she's throwing shade at Nicki. On the flip side, Doechii's supporters argue that she doesn't owe Nicki anything and that people are just trying to pit female rappers against each other. They claim that Doechii is simply standing on her own and should be allowed to celebrate her win without people dragging Nicki into it. Some fans even believe that Nicki's fanbase, the Barbs, are reaching too hard and making drama out of nothing. But things took another turn when DJ Academics, who is known for stirring the pot in hip-hop culture, weighed in on the situation. He went on a live stream and basically implied that Doechii was part of the new wave of female rappers who feel like they have to distance themselves from Nicki to get industry support. He even suggested that labels and executives intentionally push artists to move away from Nicki's influence, claiming that it's a calculated move to discredit her legacy. Doechii won Best Rap Album at the 2024 Grammys, which is a huge deal. Only 3 other women in history have ever won this award: Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and now Doechii. But while she should have been soaking in the moment, her acceptance speech and social media activity got people talking for all the wrong reasons. Shortly after her win, a Twitter user posted a side-by-side photo of Megan Thee Stallion and Doechii posing with their Grammys, captioning it, "You know, not everyone has that." Now, even though they didn't mention Nicki's name, it was painfully obvious what the post was implying. And then, things got even messier. Fans claimed that Doechii liked the shady post only to quickly unlike it within seconds. But by that point, it was already too late. Screenshots started circulating, and Nicki's fans were not having it. They immediately called her out for being fake, especially since she had spent years claiming to be a Nicki fan. Some fans even pointed out that this isn't the first time Doechii has acted shady toward Nicki. When the backlash started, Doechii didn't directly address it, but she didn't stay silent either. Instead, she dropped a new song called Nosebleed, and the lyrics had everyone side-eyeing her. The track not only sounded like it borrowed Nicki's signature flow, but it also included some lines that seemed to be aimed directly at Nicki. One particular part had her rapping, "Will she ever lose? Man, I guess we'll never know. Will she lose her cool? These bees can't be half of me. Now I understand why they mad at me." Fans immediately felt like this was a response to the drama surrounding her Grammy win. She was basically saying that her haters, who many assumed to be Nicki and her fanbase, wanted her to fail, but she was winning regardless. And just to twist the knife a little deeper, she referenced her Grammy in a way that some saw as a direct shot at Nicki, who, despite her legendary career, has never won one. But this isn't even where the drama ends. Fans started questioning how Doechii had a song celebrating her Grammy win ready to drop so quickly after the award show. That's when accusations started flying that her label, TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, might have had some inside knowledge that she was going to win. TDE, which also manages artists like Kendrick Lamar and SCA, had a very successful night at the Grammys. Not only did Doechii take home an award, but SCA also won a Grammy, and Kendrick ended up winning all 5 of the categories he was nominated in. The whole situation left people speculating whether something shady was going on behind the scenes. And if you thought this was the first time Doechii has been accused of coming for Nicki, think again. Last year, when Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion were beefing, Doechii unfollowed Nicki on Instagram right in the middle of it all. Fans took that as a clear sign that she was picking a side. What made it worse was that she had spent years publicly praising Nicki, only to suddenly distance herself when the drama started. She also later went on Instagram Live and made some cryptic comments that had fans wondering if she was shading Nicki. She suggested that she felt like Nicki didn't like her and even hinted that one of the songs on Pink Friday 2 might have been a diss toward her. She didn't mention Nicki by name, but the implication was there, and fans were quick to put the pieces together.
Just got me on her album. It's when she said, what she said, all she said was, "You a chop." I felt it. I was like, oh my God, am I a chop? Am I the chop? Is the chop in the room? I was like, is it me?
Then there's the fact that Doechii has been getting closer to artists who have had issues with Nicki. After her Grammy win, she was seen celebrating with Megan Thee Stallion, which only fueled the rumors that she was aligning herself with Nicki's rivals. She even made a TikTok that some fans felt was another jab at Nicki, using a soundbite that seemed to mock artists who complain about not winning awards. Now, with all this drama unfolding, fans are divided. Some people think Doechii is being unnecessarily shady and trying to ride the wave of Nicki's name for attention. Others think the internet is just reaching and blowing things out of proportion. But one thing is for sure, Nicki's fans are not letting this slide. And let's not forget Nicki's fans, who are relentless when it comes to defending their fave. They've started a full-on campaign to call out what they see as industry politics working against Nicki. Some even pointed out that this situation feels similar to what happened with Cardi B years ago, when she rose to fame and was accused of being an industry plant to replace Nicki. The comparisons are everywhere, and fans are now watching closely to see if Doechii will respond to the pressure the same way Cardi did. With tensions at an all-time high, everyone is waiting to see if Nicki will address the drama. Historically, she doesn't take disrespect lightly, especially when it comes from artists she once supported. Some people think she's just biding her time before making a calculated move, whether it's through social media or, more likely, in her music. Others think she might just ignore the situation altogether, choosing to focus on her own success instead. But regardless of what happens next, one thing is certain: this isn't over. Whether it's in the form of tweets, diss tracks, or more industry whispers, the tension between Nicki's camp and the new wave of female rappers is only growing. And if history has taught us anything, it's that when Nicki Minaj finally decides to speak, she makes sure everyone listens. One person tweeted, "Mind you, Doechii didn't get a push until she unfollowed Nicki. Coincidence? I don't think so." Another fan added, "Doechii literally used Nicki's influence and Yalel were hyping her up, telling Nicki to collab with her. Now look." So now the big question is, will Nicki respond? We all know Nicki doesn't hold back when people try to come for her, but so far, she hasn't said a word. That hasn't stopped fans from speculating, though. Some people think Nicki is just sitting back and letting the situation play out, while others believe she's already cooking up a response. Either way, the drama is far from over. What do you think? Is Doechii really shading Nicki, or is this all just internet drama? And do you think Nicki will eventually respond to all of this? Let's talk about it in the comments, and while you're here, don't forget to check out this other very messy video.